Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. In today's video, I'll be going over the list of future settings from Black Flag and cover which ones have appeared and which ones might appear in the future. So starting with the patrilineal line, the first two potential settings were the Italian Renaissance and Ottoman Empire, which were the settings of the Ezio trilogy. Then the American colony setting was of course used in AC3. Then to wrap up the patrilineal line, you have New England and the American Midwest as the next potential setting, which is most likely a descendant of Connor or somehow connected to Connor. On the matrilineal line, the first one is of course AC1, which is set in the Holy Lands during the Crusades, and the ancestor being Altair. The second on the list, I believe, is Altair's son, Darum, or one of Darum's children, since Darum moved to Alexandria in Egypt after Masyaf was abandoned in 1257 AD, so the time period and setting match up. Now we move on to the 14th century Ashikaga shogunate in Japan. Probably butchered that, but well. Which in other words is Feudal Japan. So Feudal Japan will also be the setting of Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is an upcoming Assassin's Creed game, which I believe will be an RPG type game similar to Odyssey and Valhalla, so take that as you will. Most likely we will not play as Desmond's ancestor in that game, but the setting will be used, definitely. Then moving over to the French Revolution. So this is the main setting of Assassin's Creed Unity, but Arno is not Desmond's ancestor. He is in fact Callum Lynch's ancestor, the protagonist from the Assassin's Creed film. You seem to be dissinking in the Animus. Arno actually appears in the scene with the Ring of Assassins around Cal. Yeah, great stuff. You remember that? From your favorite film? Yeah? Yeah? Here to remind you of it, just in case it's not your favorite film. Surprisingly. Surprised I would not be. So next up on the list is the Napoleonic War Taiwan setting. This setting is most likely a different ancestor to the French Revolution one. Taiwan belonged to the Chinese at this time, and there was a piracy problem around that region during the Napoleonic Wars. So most likely a pirate/naval game set around that region of Asia, with Taiwan being the main location, since pirates like Kai Kuan tried taking over Taiwan at the time. Coastal cities in other parts of Southeast Asia would also be cool to see, like Hong Kong and Shanghai, top ports at the time, perfect for a naval-based game. Malaysia and the Indonesian islands would also be included, as the island of Java, a Dutch colony in the Indonesian islands, was contested between the French and British during the Napoleonic Wars, and a few other naval operations by the French trying to prevent vessels from India and China reaching Britain also occurred during the Napoleonic Wars. So most likely this would have been a naval game during the Napoleonic Wars, which honestly sounds pretty cool, and I'd definitely like to see something along these lines be made. So, next up and the final one on the list, the Summer of Love. Yes, this is an option. I think this would actually be quite a cool setting, but not for an Assassin's Creed game, but a Watch Dogs game, since it's a more modern setting. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. That can be your good deed for the day, and I'll see you all next time.